Hey guys, welcome. Welcome again. So this is Shallow the recruiter. You're a recruiter. All right, bringing you some more value again. So today we're going to talk about privacy, security, HIPAA. How do we deal with what does this even mean? How do we what is the importance of it? All right? So what you're actually looking at here is a HIPAA, the HIPAA logo. Um, it really talks about confidentiality, protecting information. Um, how do you protect how do you protect the information? What does it even mean? And I'm going to share that with you guys as well so that you guys can understand. All right, so what does HIPAA mean? So it's an acronym for the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. It's actually a law. All right, it was enacted in 1996 to protect health information. But it does more than that, guys. It does more than that. But in regards to the health aspect, that's what that is. It really covers privacy and security overall. All right, protecting health information, medical records, diagnosis, treatments, treatment plan, and anything else that is associated with that. Now, naturally, there are three main HIPAA rules, which is the privacy rules, protecting of um, the PHI information, which is the protected health information that you saw there above, security rule, protecting electronic PHI, breach notification rule, which is reporting data breach or data breaches. All right, you can always go back and rewatch anything if you've missed it. So we're just going to move on. Consequences. Discuss the penalties um, for the HIPAA compliance or non-compliance, which actually includes a fine or you even being charged. I had a conversation today with a client, a business owner, and the conversation was really about information being leaked, and this is something that I try to teach on or train on as well, because I'm not saying that I'm perfect, we all mess up, but it's important for you to be aware. All right, we communicate on a daily basis constantly, but just to go back to the drawing board, there the case or the example that I'm going to share is where someone attended a party, and at that party, unfortunately, a question was asked, and the individual exposed the company's name, the company's information, like literally what they did. And I'm using this video as an example. So I'm not calling any name nor I'm exposing anything, but I'm literally just sharing with you guys an example. And this actually puts that company at risk. It puts the company um, well, it can actually lead to the point where this company can be fined of up to $12 million. So, guys, I know that I know that you might think lightly of it because it's not your business or it's not your company, or you probably just don't know. When it comes to the business or a business and protecting its information, you have to do that. All right, I did share some bullet points here on how you can do that, like creating strong passwords, lock, secure your workstation. If you're in a, if you're working in a remote space, ensure that you lock your station every time you move. You'll be surprised to see what your kids do when you get up from your station and do stuff that actually expose information, of course, unintentionally. All right. Don't discuss business in public. I notice where people do this a lot, especially in the Caribbean countries. They'll be on the bus and they'll be talking about business. And then guess what? The tone of their voice, you can literally get a pen and a paper and write down everything. And by the time you go home and start researching, you'll be surprised to know what you find. I say that to say this: information is information is everywhere. And you might be having a natural conversation and think, oh, nobody knows what I'm talking about. Really? Well, um, I wouldn't want to discuss certain companies that I've worked with, but believe me when I tell you, an innocent conversation to you might be something that would even cost you your job. Might be something that can cause your company to close down, or the company that you're representing to close down, or get a lawsuit fine. Avoid um, logging in into public spaces. The reason why I say this one now, guys, if you're in a public space, that means you're on their, what do you call it, intranet. This now gives um criminals, cyber thieves, the ability to see exactly what you're looking at. If you log in with your banking details, your bank account information, they're able to see these things. Innocent to you because you're on the front line, you're just looking at what is presented to you. Remember, in the IT world, there's back and front end. They are the persons who do stuff on the back so that it manifests on the front. And if you have three different types of hat, I think you have red hat, black hat, gray hat, and white hat. White hats are supposed to protect information, and they're the good guys. The gray hats, really, they're kind of borderline, but they don't really cause much harm. Black hats, I think black hats are dangerous, and the red hats, I don't remember what that one does. But there are different types of cyber crooks, cyber criminals out there, and they're able to encrypt data. That's why it's important whenever you're creating a password, you can't just use like something as simple as like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 or your first name. It must be like alphanumeric with a symbol or a special character, and that again is for your your protection. Now we also have areas that you can use like 2FA passcode. It's really to help protect your data so that they know that it is you. All right. I had a conversation with another individual. This is not a client. This is an individual who is seeking job opportunity. I went ahead and I signed an agreement, whether they want to call it an NDA or whatever it is. So they wanted a job, but unfortunately, they didn't want to pay for the subscription. So what they asked me was, hey, well, since you're already there, why not just send me the information that you have over there and then I'll just go right ahead and apply. And when I stated that, well, I can't do that, I'll be breaching. And I also signed to that. You know what the response was? The response was, "Oh, it's nothing legal. That's just some documents that they put together." And guys, are you really hearing what I'm saying? This tells me about that person instantly as they're talking. I just ended the conversation politely and I just moved on. Whenever you're having a conversation, like, let me see if I can break this down easier. Whenever you're having a conversation, whether you're righteous or unrighteous, you must be able to decipher right from wrong. And sometimes you're having a natural conversation, you're talking, especially if you love to talk, you end up selling yourself, and people are able to just read your book. You're an open book, they're able to just read your diary and see everything that you're all about. Be careful, guys. Try to walk on the good path. That's the only thing I can say. I've worked with tons of tons of CEOs that I've put in my portfolio that I'm proud to say that if I should wake up tomorrow and if I use any of them for references, they're willing to say anything that is positive about me. Develop good character, develop good integrity. Do your job and do your job properly. Everybody wants to get rich quick, or everybody likes to be drifted away from the shiny things, the shiny objects, as what um, a previous client shared with me. They get distracted when something shiny, you're on a path and you something shiny comes along and then you just get distracted because your mind is everywhere. You're not steady on focus on where your goals are at. And that's probably something else we can discuss later on. Goals. All right, so now that we've explained that, avoid logging into public place spaces, and now you know the danger of doing that. Beware of what you say. Really, I mean it. Be careful of what you say, especially in public. All right, don't trust anyone, not even your relatives or a spouse. I say this, and I'll tell you a secret. Though this has never happened to me, it's actually proven though. Let's just say that you're in a relationship and everything is good. Your spouse knows what you're doing because you probably log right in front of them, and they're able to see and know everything about your work. Maybe you shared your password, who knows? And then you broke up, and then you guys hate each other, you don't love each other anymore. Well, the possibilities are that they could blackmail you. They could defraud you. They could use the information or the power that you have given them or shared with them to hurt you or hurt your business or your company or your clients or whatever entity that you're supporting. This is the importance of protecting information and not let anyone come close to that. Um, as I mentioned, not even your kids, because the kids is not going to share your information, but they will probably touch something on the screen and, you know, something ends up sending off some triggers. So that's the importance of just locking your screen. For those who probably want a tip on how do I lock my screen, just press the Control Alt Delete Enter, and then that would automatically lock your screen, so you'd have to relog back in with the password. If you need to know how to set up a password, I can actually teach you that. All right, so now that we're gonna move on, this is again a depiction of how your screen should be whenever you're not at your desk. All right, don't be afraid to just lock your screen. All right. Yeah, that padlock. I'm creating heavy emphasis. It's gonna help you to um save time, effort, energy, and to avoid anything with the legal authorities. My dad, before he died, he told me a story, and he's my biggest mentor. I love him so much. Bless his heart wherever he is. He said to me when he was working for this lawyer right here in Jamaica. He's a top lawyer. And he called my dad and he said to my father, "Hey, Mr. Smart, let me tell you a story. You know that some people go out there, create their problems, and then after they create the problem, they run come into me or they run come into other people to help them to fix it. They create they create their S and then they come running to us to help them fix it. That means he must have added up to his neck because he's a representative in the court of law. And can you imagine the amount of cases and what does he have to do on a daily basis? So guys, just do anything to help you to avoid anything with the legal authorities. It's gonna make your day a lot brighter. Okay, it's gonna make you be able to smile, enjoy life, and remember to just share the information. If you find value in this, I'm asking you to follow. If you're able to like, subscribe, I will definitely appreciate that. So one love from Jamaica. Until next time, I'll bring for you more content. All right, bye.